এরকম Yeah, we are live. Hello and welcome to Rev Sports. Today, of course, India is playing Bangladesh in Manchester. We are right outside Old Trafford. We have
Actually in front of Duckworth House.
yeah.
Yes. The half of
Duckworth Lewis.
Half of the, but one thing we can assure you, half full, nothing of that sort will be needed today because the heat wave has made life very, very difficult in Manchester. The sun is terribly out, and I'm saying terribly means it's terrible.
It's worse than Calcutta.
Mm.
It's
Yeah.
worse than Calcutta. I mean, at this point in time, 34, 35 degrees centigrade heat. 34, 35 degrees centigrade heat. There's no cloud whatsoever. We just crossed the other side of the road to come under a tree and do the show from under a shade. There is no chance of rain. And the low is around 23, 24 today. So which means there is no respite even at night. And you imagine no air conditioning, some apartments, no fans. So this is a disaster. I mean, this heat wave, another couple of days, tomorrow and day after. From Saturday, it gets better again. Sunday is nice. So till the 27th, today is the 25th, yeah. Till the 27th, it's bad. Next week is very nice. So we have to somehow endure the next couple of days of this really bad weather.
Absolutely. And if I talk in technical terms, I think that is one of the reasons the pitch was completely covered at one point yesterday, because if the sun beats down on the pitch like this, high chances the pitch will crack. And if it cracks, it will be an all-spinner game. In fact, that's one of the reasons I won't be surprised if India goes with one pacer and all spinners.
Very likely. Snehashish, why don't you take that and then I'll come in.
Yes, I think, whatever we have seen so far in Manchester, I think spinners have been, a key factor for every team. Even if you see in the last game between India and South Africa, spinner did well, especially the way Charani bowled. We saw that. But in this game, as you mentioned, because of the weather, because of the hot, the weather has been so hot, there is a possibility that the pitch might get cracks, and if that happens, then the spinners might come into game very quickly into the game. So let's see. And if you see, not only India, Bangladesh also have a very variety and very strong spin bowling unit. And because I'm saying variety, because they have slow left arm orthodox, they have right arm off spin, they have leg spinner as well. So regarding that will be critical challenge for India as well, because Indian batters have struggled against spinner for a long time now, since that 2000. It will not be easy, but still the way Indian spinners have looked, I think they can do better. But the big question is now whether they will stick with someone like Prema, or they will go with someone like Radha, or maybe both. As you mentioned, only one pacer, or maybe both Prema and Radha Yadav in the playing 11.
How do you drop Prema? On what basis? You give her a game against South Africa for her debut and drop her against Bangladesh. What is the logic there? I mean, and she didn't do badly with the bat. She was, running well as well. 2 overs of spin. Yes, I understand nerves. I understand she was bowling against perhaps the great.
You should drop Deepti then.
Yeah, I mean, you can't, because everybody bowled badly. How do you pick on the youngster and drop her? I understand Radha playing for somebody like an Arundhati Reddy.
Yes.
I don't understand Prema Rawat getting dropped. So I wouldn't do that. India obviously can. It's their call.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't do that. And
This was like, I wouldn't do that, but India can.
of course, I mean, some decision can indeed happen.
Yeah.
Having said that, I wouldn't recommend that. Radha, yesterday, if Snehashish, you remember, I told you to do a special this thing on Radha, because both of us were trying to see her body language. Even when the team went for the outside nets, remember, Radha went a little later, about 10 minutes. And I was very keen on how Radha was doing her drills with her catching. Was she in sync? Was Radha being able to do that? Was there anything in the body language? How much taping was on her fingers? Nothing yesterday. If you see her fingers yesterday, there was no bandage, almost nothing. So these were things we were observing. She was obviously sort of fielding well. Then she went to the nets, did some separate bowling and batting drills in that center wicket also. So there is a chance that she gets a game. It won't be a bad idea, because that is her only chance at redemption. Otherwise, she will keep thinking about that South Africa match all through. But if you play Radha today, then you play Radha in London as well. Because suppose you drop Arundhati Reddy today and bring Arundhati Reddy back for Australia, what's the logic? Are you playing Renuka Singh Thakur today? If you are playing Renuka Singh Thakur today, then you must play Renuka Singh Thakur against against Australia at Lords. So critical calls. I mean, this Bangladesh game is not just a random game. You have to also keep one eye on Australia while
Yes.
taking Bangladesh extremely seriously.
And the South Africa game as well.
Obviously.
But
So
Gorilla, can I say something here? I mean, if you go back to our Trailblazers, I'd asked Mithali, what do you think, India should do in the World Cup? There is something that she has said. She had said, like the ODI World Cup, we should not keep changing our playing 11, but that is not happening. Clearly not happening. Every game, a different playing 11.
yeah, and you don't get that. I mean, you've also not just playing 11. You've shuffled your batting order as
Yes.
well. You've shuffled your batting order. I understand the bowling combination in the power play last match was dependent on combination because you did not have an experienced Shriyanka Patil, so you went to Sri Charani. She bowled beautifully, but batting order I don't understand. But playing 11 I don't get. This is now the business end of the World Cup. You're going to play a do or die match. Do you know who your best 11 is? Are you playing Jamie at 3 again? Are you playing Yastika at 3? Who's your number 3? And are you sure of that? What is I will be very keen to see what approach Harmanpreet Kaur takes. Will she attack? Because that's her best weapon. So far, Harmanpreet Kaur has not attacked and kept it too late.
Yeah.
She has not been able to do that.
Do you think she's playing a cautious approach?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, you can't do that. I understand that 2 wickets down, Jamie and Yastika back to back, which put pressure on her when she came in, and all of a sudden this cluster of wickets, and maybe she was pushed on the defensive, thinking, "Acha, who after me?" But there is batting. There is Richa Ghosh. There is Deepti Sharma. You have batting. So Harmanpreet cannot play a runner ball. The moment you play runner ball, both games were runner ball. You play runner ball, your team will be under pressure. You've got to at least bat at 140, 150. If you don't bat at that, your start gets nullified, which is exactly what happened against South Africa. So plenty of things for India to look at. I mean, if India, look, South Africa demolishing Netherlands is very much on the cards. So India playing the pre-game, and by the way, South Africa will know what India has done. South Africa will know what India has done. So South Africa will calibrate that and will come hard. At this point, the difference is about 80 runs from what, by the way, team bus. The team,
I was just about to do.
wait, yeah. So the team bus just went. It will go left from here, and they will sort of drop off the players just on the left from here. We will, I think, the second team bus will also come, and we'll kind of give you a glimpse. But South Africa has the advantage of knowing what India has done, and it's just a 80-run difference at this point because of the run rate, minus 0.5 and 2.4. So that's about 80-run margin. So keep that in mind. You have to go big against Bangladesh, not just win a big margin, so that when you beat Australia, I mean, if you don't beat Australia, game done. If you do beat Australia, you give yourself a solid chance.
And you can put South Africa under pressure because with the kind of games that South Africa has left, you kind of expect them to get the 4 points. But then it boils down to the fact that they had goofed up the first game badly. But for that, of course, India has to win their 2 games.
Now their pattern.
Yeah, exactly. But the problem, see, that's the point. I do think that the stabilizing factor is missing. India's batting order is being shuffled. In fact, I won't be surprised, and you guys might dislike me for this, but I won't be surprised if they get in. And this is just my observation. I don't want this to happen, but this is just my observation. I won't be surprised if Bharti comes in place of Yastika.
Yes, you pointed out that thing to me yesterday only after the practice session, that the way Bharti practiced those, range hitting shots, and she was hitting well. She was genuinely hitting well, some huge sixes and all. So the brief session that she had, you assume that maybe India might well think, including Bharti Fulmali in this game. So let's see ultimately what will be the decision, because Team India management always surprises us.
Yeah.
They're very good at that.
They surprise themselves also.
Yes, absolutely. But these are the big questions heading into this game. And again, when the discussions was going on that whether they will stick with someone like Prema or they will give chance someone like Radha Yadav, one thing that stuck in my mind, this is the point that India are still looking for their best 11.
That's the problem.
Yes.
How can you fourth match in your World Cup, you're still looking for your
and
best
if
11.
you win this game, and eventually if you win the next game, then you have only 2 games to the glory.
And you will still be searching.
You are still searching for your best playing 11. There is only injury concern, right? Shriyanka Patil.
Correct.
You cannot say because of the injuries and all, we are going with this kind of changes and all.
Yeah.
So apart from that injury that Sriyanka Patel had, you got someone like Prema. So that is one place that you can say, okay, we have to, manage a forced change.
Yeah.
But other than regarding all 10 positions also, you are not quite sure.
That's my problem. That you played Yastika at number 3 in every single game, and then the first 2 games you did not. First game you did not play her.
Yeah.
Then in the second game you bring her. Did not give her that batting.
Even with Jemima, you sent her at number 3 for the first 2 games. Then in the the last game against South Africa, Yastika came at number 3, Jamie came at number 4. So I think every time shuffle and changing is going on,
Yeah.
be it in the bowling, be it in the batting, and that is not good for a team perspective. I know the result might come out, they can win, there is no doubt about that, but still the more quicker you get to know your best 11, it always helps the team going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of people are asking questions. Can you take your phone out and take a few questions? But playing 11, Boryada, I wanted to ask you. I think I said I made this observation and I told you guys yesterday. I have a feeling Bharti will play in place of Yastika.
You said so. Indeed, you said so. But then you play Bharti, then you stick with Bharti for Australia.
Yeah.
Don't do this musical chair. Bharti fails, so what? Okay, Yastika go back for Australia. No. You want to persist, give somebody a longish run. Always you have to give players the confidence that you will get an opportunity. Now you've given 2 games to Yastika. I don't mind you give Yastika another game. She was looking good. Now tell her that, look, this is your opportunity. We are giving you a longish run and make it count. But you go back to Bharti, you stick with Bharti against Australia. But you go back to Bharti, is the batting good enough? That's something that you have to keep in mind. You go back to Bharti against an Australian attack, which is genuinely good. Not Bangladesh, genuinely good. So can you do that? Because clearly then Jamie Rodrigues comes at 3 again.
Yes.
Suppose there is an early wicket. Can she sustain the momentum? Because at this point in time, she's shuffling too much, shifting. She's very scratchy. She's sort of moving around the pitch too much. Not needed. She's a quality batter. A very, very good batter. Why is so much of fiddling around going on? She's charging down second ball. Moving away against a bowler of the pace of Shabnim Ismail. Not needed. Just play conventional cricket. India needs to go back to the basics. I have given my 5-point formula. The 5-part formula which I gave you. 1, bat with partnerships there.
Yes.
Not a 20-run partnership, a 50-run partnership. Only then will happen. One person has to play big. Anybody between Mandhana, Shafali, Jamie, anyone. If she's batting 3, 60-70 run, much like a Marizan Cup, rest of them rotate. Number 3, fielding. You have to obviously, not me, anybody will say, drop catches. 4, convert your 1s into 2s. You cannot not run and you give the opponent. Opponent is taking a run for a throw. Except a Jamie Rodrigues, except a Radha Yadav, except a Deepti Sharma. Everybody else, they are running a 1 high. They are running 1 run for a throw.
Yeah.
And you are not. So you've got to do that. And of course, number 5 is the finishing. Because if you are not even doubling your score, and there is one Richa Ghosh who is being pushed down way low into the order. So you get Richa Ghosh up from around over number 13. India has to do it well. Boss, time is running out. Now you might say, okay, 1 bad World Cup. Come on. You in Indian cricket, one of the powerhouses of the world, you have to say if it's a group stage exit, it's unacceptable. Then it's a very poor tournament, and you've got to accept that. Introspect what went wrong. And if you really see, several things went wrong. So the captain, coach, they will have to put up their hand and take responsibility. Mandhana can't play that shot. Can't play that. What something fell? Where did it fall from?
I don't think
What is it?
it's not. I think our side is.
I don't think it's ours.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah.
Come quickly.
Yeah.
Come on.
Take
Okay.
it.
Yeah. Shourodip Das saying Kolkata se brishti hocche, thanda weather. That's good.
এটা বলা তো কি ঠিক হলো?
Okay. Ask the Starlight saying what is your probable 11?
Okay. Smriti Shafali, Jemima. I mean, what I would want. So for me, I would want Smriti Shafali, Yastika, Jemima, Harman, Richa, Deepti. Harman, Richa, Deepti.
Then these two. Prema.
Charni. Yes, I want to see Renuka. Yes, Kranti. Renuka, Kranti, and I think I'm missing one more. I would go for, did I say Deepti? Deepti.
Yeah. For me, I think only one change. I want to see Renuka in place of Arundhati.
The same here.
Yeah, it's only one change I'm expecting, but let's see. Sir, what is your probable playing 11?
Again, see, making too many changes is pressing the panic button. I mean, that is not something that you do in a World Cup game. Means you don't know your best playing 11, even now. So that's something that you have to keep in mind. But if you're giving Renuka Thakur a game against Australia, keeping in mind Australia and Lords and the slope, that okay, here is somebody who knows or has the experience of playing against Australia, I understand that. Then who do you drop? Arundhati Reddy.
Yep.
Then it's a direct swap. Then I don't see a Radha Yadav playing. Then, I mean, if you actually ask me, that's the change. That's the change. Nothing more. If you don't play Renuka and get a spinner in, Radha. The person to be dropped from me is Arundhati Reddy.
Correct.
Yes.
That's it.
We three agree. Renuka in place of Arundhati.
Yeah. Trisha is saying a second change in Bharti for Yastika.
I don't want that.
But it
You
might
think the
happen.
team
I
might?
think,
It will be a
it might
bad call.
happen.
No need, because Yastika again in the last
And I
game was looking
completely agree
confident.
with you. It's a bad call.
No, it's a bad call.
If it happens, it's going to be a very bad.
So what are you telling me? You're telling me this one played one game, Bharti dropped.
Yeah.
2 games, Yastika dropped. 4th game, Bharti back. Why? I mean, what is the thinking behind that? I mean, this is a World Cup, for God's sake. I mean, give Yastika a game and go with it. In fact, I would sit her down.
Yes.
That look, you're getting starts. Now convert.
Correct.
You will not get these opportunities. Put a price on your wicket and convert. It was a straight ball. It was a straight ball landing on leg stump,
Before that, she
holding.
had tried the scoop.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that was a brain fade moment. And 2 balls after Smriti gets out, she plays that scoop.
Oh, yeah.
2 balls.
Yeah.
2 balls. We were all alarmed in the press box,
And
saying
same
what is
bowler.
going on?
Right.
What is going on? So just some basic fundamentals to be put in place. We will keep backing the team irrespective. They can.
Yeah.
And anyone who tells me Australia can't be beaten, of course can be beaten. 100% can be beaten. But India will have to up their game. So far, India has been very modest. Very average. Very, very average.
See, India has played to about 55 to 57% of their own potential. So that's where you are coming from, the game that you are seeing. Now, why is that 43% not happening? I genuinely feel, Snehashish, it is because of that the stability not being there. Because someone like Jemmy, and this is the point, when Jemmy had come for the press conference in Taunton, I had asked her, what is your preferred batting position? And she had clearly said that, you know what, the batting position is not the point. I should clearly know what am I supposed to do? Exactly. Whether I'm at 3, whether I'm at 5, my role cannot change every match, and then it messes up with my head. And last time, and I'm not defending Jemmy here because we have been criticizing her as much, but you also have to understand, if a player does not know what is expected of her, it's a very, very difficult place. Boryada, you have spoken to one of the greats, you have spoken to all of them, but we were talking about Sachin Tendulkar, we were talking about Mithali, just behind the scenes we were having a chat about it because both of that is related to his retirement very soon. Anyway, Boryada, take us back and tell us something that Sachin must have told about consistency, clarity of roles.
All of them. Rohit Sharma.
Yes.
Most recently.
Yes.
Rohit Sharma's captaincy philosophy was premised on the fact that you give people confidence.
Yes.
You give people longer roles. Gautam Gambhir, take the Sanju Samson case. Okay. We wanted Sanju Samson at that. That's why the whole thing, right? That again, get Sanju Samson, and look what happened in the World Cup.
Yeah.
That you have to, Surya Kumar Yadav, give him the credit. So you have to give your players the confidence that we are there to back you. Not one game drop gone. No, that is not the way anybody will get confidence. Tendulkar, of course. Tendulkar, when Saurav Ganguly, actually an even better example. Virender Sehwag was no opener. Saurav Ganguly told Virender Sehwag, you are opening in the UK. Virender Sehwag went to Saurav Ganguly's room in the morning, and Viru being Viru said, you are a better player. Tendulkar is a better. Why don't you all open? Why? Mere ko kyun bakra bana rahe ho? And Ganguly actually told him that you will open. It is my job. I am giving you the confidence. 3 match tu khelega. Jo bhi kuch tu karta hai, farak nahi padta. You will play the 3 test matches. We will give you the run. And the rest is history. Sehwag goes on to become perhaps the greatest openers India has produced after Gavaskar. So That's and the kind of impact was
Yeah.
Virendra Sehwag had at the top of the order. So
And this I remember in one of the interviews, Mohammad Kaif said, he was initially not getting too many runs. He said, I was sitting in a corner and Dada came and just patted me and said, look, your role is you go down the order and you run well, you give me these many runs and you're playing for 10 matches. You score 0 in all 10, you're out. You score runs, you stay.
Saurav, all said and done.
Absolutely.
Credit to Saurav. Saurav built a team which, by giving people the confidence. That is Ganguly's contribution. Make no mistake, he is one of the best captains that one can see. And I remember, Saurav has this ability to get the best. Is this
The Indian team. Or
No.
something.
Yeah. So both teams have arrived. Good news, guys.
So, what do you think?
Good news, guys. Both the teams have arrived.
World Cup going on. You mean to say one team will give a walkover? What are you saying?
He is in form as usual.
Yeah.
Today, just before the show started, he was saying, I'll retire.
Yeah. He said he will meet Tendulkar in London and Mithali in London, and then said, I'll put the 2 photographs up on my wall, take retire. There's a friend of mine who actually said this. See, so he said he won a debate, a college debate, for God's sake, one of the major ones.
Yeah.
And then he said, I'm hanging up my boots at the peak of my debating career. What are you talking about? And he actually said this. He said, I'm hanging up my boots at the peak of my debating career. You've just won one debate, my friend. Calm down. Anyway.
Guys,
It's okay.
it's okay. So far, he's not retiring. You are all people happy. Yeah, we are happy. We have a happy walk also. I have shown you his happy walk.
These two are champions.
But you have no dull moment around.
No, I 100% endorse. You feel the heat. You're feeling angry. You're feeling frustrated. Come on, boss. It's so hot. Keep these two. They will anyway make you laugh. And they are self-source of and you're not having to say anything. Just observe. And at times they are laughing. Why are they laughing? They're laughing. And you're like, something has happened that they're laughing. No, they're laughing. So they are champions.
Okay, let's take a few questions.
Okay.
Somebody has said, Boryada, what about Gargi? What about her, guys? She is working in Sony, I'm sure. But if you guys, I know a lot of questions come, and if Boryada gives me permission, I would like to, talk about this on behalf of Team Sports. Look, Gargi had a family emergency and she wanted us to let her go. We let her go because once you're part of the Rev Sports team, it is what it is.
Serving the notice period.
Yeah. Because once you're part of Rev Sports, you're treated as a team. She went, and after that, she has joined Sony. She's happy. We are happy. All good. If you have come for some sort of controversy, unfortunately, it doesn't happen.
There is no controversy.
Yeah, we create it outside, not inside our team.
Okay, 1 second.
He can't
Yes.
open his own phone. Yeah.
Okay, as per Starlight, England with 8 points and net run rate 2.4 positive is qualified. Whereas Australia with much better net run rate 4+ and same points is yet to qualify. Tells you a lot about this group.
See, this is why we were saying, this is why we were saying that group of death. Because, and think of this, one of the teams, I don't even want to think which team right now, but one of the teams, one among Australia, South Africa and India won't go. We are now talking about India and South Africa. Till now, we have been talking about that. Why? Because Australia has a very good net run rate. But think of this, India defeats Australia, South Africa, the equation still remains the same, that South Africa has 2 matches with comparatively lesser, lesser skilled teams.
All 3 teams can end up with same points.
Exactly. All 3 teams can end up with same points. Then the NRR, you don't know, maybe Australia, even after
suddenly
playing
out
so
of
well,
nowhere.
suddenly gone and South Africa, India qualify.
The truth is, anyone who says that we did it in the 25 World Cup, we'll do it again.
Yeah.
In the 25 World Cup, you lost to Australia, you lost to South Africa, you lost to England. You were entitled to losing 3 and still coming back. Here you can't.
Yeah.
Here you can lose 1. That
And
too,
you have lost.
you're gone. That's the big problem with the format. In the 25 World Cup, you had the opportunity because it was a round robin thing. You were playing all you needed to do was beat New Zealand. Finished.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you were through. And then you won 2 games. Semi-final, final, you became champions. But you lost 3. You lost 3.
And
What
3
we-
to major teams.
Exactly. You didn't beat a major team. You did not beat any of these teams, South Africa, Australia, England. And then in the semi-final, final, you played your A game. Here, you have to play your A game now. In fact, you have to play 3 A games.
games.
Australia, semi-final, final, if you have to go the distance. There you had to play 2 A games. New Zealand was anyway rained out game.
Yeah.
So here, in
And New Zealand wasn't a great team.
not even a great team.
Yeah.
So to 25 World Cup, you had the opportunity given the format to make a turnaround. The problem with this one is, and we knew this by the way, all of us knew this, which is why we were continuously saying, take South Africa out, take South Africa out,
Yeah.
so that you call, and you had the game. You had the game, you
Yeah.
made a mess of it. You had 59 for 2 in the power play, you had control. You had 82 in 10 overs, you could have doubled it, gotten to 170, you lost control. You had 25 for 2 South Africa in the 6 overs, again you lost control. Multiple times you had the game, you made mistakes, and elementary mistakes. So you now need to rectify. I mean, I have to say this. Yesterday I said this on the show. And by the way, we have not missed a single Indian practice drill,
No.
right? So why is the Yorker training happening now? Why is the slow ball drill happening now?
Pooja asked me the same question.
Why are you doing it now? Why not the range hitting
Yeah.
now?
Yeah.
I mean, I understand you're under pressure, but you
should
mean
be
to say
part of everyday
exit drill?
Exactly.
Why are you all of a sudden, are you pressing the panic button? Are you pressing all of a sudden you tend to think, Arey, we have to rectify all of these issues after the South Africa defeat? Why? Get all of this done in the lead up, then I understand there's no panic button pressed. I have seen, by the way, I'm praising the team, I have seen intensity. I have seen intensity almost in every training session, but I was a little taken aback when we saw that shoe coming out and the Yorker
Yeah.
training happening and all the funny things happening with the punishment and all that. Why not earlier? Why? This is, I always say this to my colleagues also. Boss, don't be reactive, be proactive. Preempt it. Today you want to sort of deal with the heat? Come in a t-shirt. Don't come in a sweater and say, Arey, why did I choose this? Don't be reactive. And I think the Indian team has been reactive so far.
Yeah. Completely agree.
Yes.
Take the super chat.
Yes, there's a super chat from Denver Johnson. How does India tackle Gardner and Wall? Both of them Wallace tend to be very well against India. India should aim to win today's match by a big margin. There is no doubt about that.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. But also, it won't be as easy as it looks.
Yes, absolutely. I think
Especially
India's
because the way Bangladesh played against Pakistan, I thought they'll come with a lot of confidence. What I liked was the confidence in the press conference also. They, I love the way Shobana said, skill-wise, India is at least 2 levels above us. But the truth is, the format it is, one good innings or one good spell, and it can be very, very different. So I like the way Bangladesh is approaching this. And the other thing that she said was that we are looking at specific players from the Indian team, be it Charni, be it Smriti. We are looking at their videos. We are planning accordingly. So yeah, it's brilliant to see teams like Bangladesh analyzing and taking the game this way and growing, of course.
Yes. Okay. Srushti 20060 saying India should chase today because maximum target will be 110 to 20 and should chase in before 11 and 12 overs. It will not be that easy.
Yeah, I think we are taking Bangladesh very lightly. That's a problem.
Yeah.
And especially with this heat, if India is chasing, in fact, that would be bad for India because the sun will be out. It will be beating down on the pitch.
Slow and dry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Srushti again saying Jemima is batting very awkwardly with the hesitation. Yes, it seems so. In every match so far.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it has looked like that.
She has been extremely poor in the World Cup. Extremely poor.
Yes. Okay, last few comments before wrapping the show.
We'll come back at 1:30.
Yes. The Creek Jeans are saying even last T20 World Cup was a group stage exit. Yes. 2024.
Yeah, and that tells you you're not good in the format and you've not improved.
Even there also the last game was against Australia.
So and remember Harmanpreet Kaur had it in and then that one run that wide, and we kept beating our heads. Why are you taking that single? She took a single.
Awareness.
Why would you take that single? But that's not the point, Snehashish. The point is you go out in the group stage in 24, you go out in the group stage in 26. There's something wrong. You just don't say, okay, we had one bad game. There is something wrong. Introspect and get that thing right. You are a very good 50 over side, but you're not a very good T20 side, and you now have the WPL. You dig deep, you get your act together, because this is a format that's here to stay, more than 50 over cricket. So India so far hasn't told me anything. Now you don't have a finisher except Richa Ghosh. I haven't seen anything from Harmanpreet Kaur to say, she's kind of batting like that to close games. So I want that to see. I want that today and the game against Australia. Today I wrote this. These are the defining 4 days for the team in this format. And I'm making sure the format. India is a bad red ball team in some cases. Like in Australia, we got bundled out in 2 days we lost the test match?
Yeah.
We are a very, very decent 50 over side, but we are a pretty poor T20 side as of now. So let's accept this. 2 formats out of 3, we aren't the best, and we need to be.
Yes. Okay. Last 2 comments. Srushti saying we made 55 to 59 runs in power play itself and only 99 in last 14 overs. What is wrong with the batters in the middle overs? I think only looking for boundaries, hard hit, not looking for those strike rotation and all.
Doubles. Yeah, we don't go for singles, doubles, triples. And England grounds are big. So ideally, in fact, I had pointed out in one of the overs. I was pointing out to you that look, South Africa did not hit a single boundary, but they have ended up taking 8 to 9 runs because they are just running much better. So I just think middle overs cannot be approached that it's either a boundary or a dot ball.
Yes. Okay. Bittu Singh saying best of luck Indian cricket team. Absolutely. I think on this note, I think we should wrap up this show because after 30 minutes we're anyway coming back for another live. So please again join us in that live session. Please come up with your questions. Until then, take care and hopefully India can do well in this game. Thank you. And please keep followed F Source for all the latest updates regarding sports. Thank you.